Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. You have just tuned in to Stay Lit, Living in Truth, where our mission is to foster community relations throughout the Auburn Gresham community, and our focus is on delinquency and violence prevention. We strive each day to collaborate with community partners to offer supportive services for youth and emerging leaders, empowering young women and men to lead healthy, productive lives. Join the Stay Lit movement. You can also call in live at 312-738-1060 and chime in the conversation today. And again, I welcome you. My name is Dr. Carol Collum. I am the Executive Director of Stay Lit, and I have two Please tell the people how you've become involved with Stay Lit.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jade Cross French, as she mentioned, and I am a program volunteer here with Stay Lit. I had the pleasure to work with some of the youth this summer alongside Dr. Collum with rolling out some new curriculum we have.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andre Philpotts, and I'm a participant of Stay Lit, and I pretty much am, student part of the program. And yeah, I have fun. It's fun.
And we certainly appreciate both of you all. But just let me tell you, if you are looking to contact us, please call us at 773-797-2008 or email us at staylitcys@gmail.com, or even stop by. We're located 459 West 79th Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60620, on the corner of 79th and Normal. And yes, we're excited to be here today to talk about the summer program that we just wrapped up. We actually did 3 separate programs this summer, and Jade and Andre actually spent some time with us rolling those out. So we're going to start talking about those 3 programs. One specifically was a mural project that we completed over at Ogden Park, and we also did Brand Your Business that we completed at Leo High School, and then we also did just a week of service learning activities with Hansberry College Prep. So of those 3 programs, though, can you both tell us, what does community mean to you? Can we start off by just that general conversation? What does community mean to you?
So for me, community means togetherness. It means resources. So if you ever needed anything, your community is there to provide it for you. So it's like having that walking distance so that you can access everything that you need.
Okay, resources and access to resources, yes.
And I totally agree with you, Ms. Jade. And for community, for me, basically what it means is like a group of people that come together, in the community, and basically, create that special bond together. And, help out around the neighborhoods and everything like that. So, yeah.
So helping out in unity. So with that being resources, access to resources, and helping out in the community, this sense of togetherness, what kind of youth activities have you guys actually done in the past that kind of reflects those characteristics of community for you? So what have you done in the past, and what kinds of projects that have you participated in that reflects that?
So in the past, I started with community at my church, at the local church. So when I did start, I didn't really know that's what it was, that I was being as involved in a community, because it was just something for me to do. So growing older and partnering with organizations like Dr. Carol's Stay Lit initiative, I'm able to participate with youth and get involved with youth and teach them the career that I chose, the career path, and that's the way that I stay connected to my community.
So it started at church. Right, and then like you say, it kind of built from there, where you were exposed to community. So wow, well, Andre, what kind of youth activities regarding or reflecting your values of community? Where did it start for you?
Well, for me, it started with Miss Jade. And me and Miss Jade went around the neighborhoods basically looking to see if anyone needed help. And we went to nursery homes. We also went to daycares and whatnot. And there were some people that, agreed to have supportive help and whatnot. Then there were others that, didn't really want it. But, that's obviously known that it's going to happen. So, yeah.
So that was your first experience actually going with us. So what's so powerful about that, again, I think that was the start of the social experiment projects that you guys were doing with Leo, with the a portion of the Brand Your Business project, if I'm not mistaken. So with that Brand Your Business, that whole curriculum, what did you actually learn, Andre, when you actually started the Brand Your Business program?
Oh, I learned a lot. Most of it was really coding. And the coding, it was really fun to me because it's something that I used to do when I was a child. And, back then it was basic, but now it was like way, way advanced for me. But, it was a learning process for me, and I really appreciated the chance to do it. And, yeah, it was really fun.
So did you have a finished project?
Yes, I did create a website.
Okay, tell us about that.
And my website is basically about nature, and beauty and whatnot of the world. And to give an example, like the Grand Canyon, Niagara Falls, basically landmarks, beautiful landmarks.
Awesome. And you created that out of this summer program.
Yes.
That's amazing. So, did you have any interest in information technology, or did that start by this program?
Well, no. I've always had an interest in technology ever since I was little. But, it just it pushed it a little bit more, Yeah, it gave me another idea.
Okay, and so again, that was one component. Another component of what you guys did was this social experiment. So what was the process of the social experiment? And it was specifically about inner strengths, right, Ms. J?
Yes.
Can you tell us that process and how you got people involved, and what was the overall gist of that project? Why did you do it? And what was supposedly the projected outcome?
Okay, so what we did was we discovered our own personal strength, our own inner strength, through the curriculum we did. And once we figured out what we did, we went to the community. So
let me interject here. What were you all's personal strengths?
Well, my personal strength was determination, because I'm very determined.
Wow, okay. So you found that your personal strength was determination, and yours is
the gift of gab.
The gift of gab. Wow. Okay. Well, was that something you all stumbled across, or did you kind of know that, or did you have to ask a series of questions to figure that out?
It was a series of questions between the group that we had.
Okay.
So
your group.
from the group, Andre and I. We went out later because he was very interested in piloting the social experiment. So that was really cool to have him super excited. So I'm like, just come on, Andre, let's go ahead and, come with me. Let's do this experiment. So we just started to approach the community members, making sure it was okay to record them. And we found out that their inner strengths were persuasion, using their persuasiveness, using their intuition, of knowing, others' body languages. They didn't project it in that manner, but, after analyzing and watching the video several times over again, that's what we gathered from what we collected, and it was a really awesome experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so as far as the people being involved, were they reluctant? Were they cooperative?
Well, yeah, some of them were cooperative. I would say it was 50-50 really. Half were cooperative, half were reluctant. Most of the people didn't really want to be recorded and whatnot, saying, no.
But they did give their feedback.
Yeah.
So the ones that didn't want to get recorded or be bothered at all, that was a quick 2 seconds or so. But, we still sometimes stayed and talked to some people, and they didn't even know what their inner strengths were in the first place. So I think it was very impactful to the community, to really, get to know yourself, and within knowing yourself, you get to know others, because you can see what's going on with others without judging, because you never know what they're capable of or what their strengths are. So
Yes.
I think that was a really powerful piece of what we did.
Certainly a powerful impact, because again, it helps you to reflect on, wow, like you say, my own inner strengths, but again, knowing and hearing what others believe that they can bring to the table and what they add value to is in regards to our community and this variety of people that we interact with every single day. So tell us a little bit more about that experience with canvassing the neighborhood for these opportunities to give back, because just like Andre is saying, that was his first time, canvassing the neighborhood. So what was that like? Because you mentioned nursing homes, you mentioned daycares. Like, what were the business owners and the reception of the people when you approached them?
So part of it, the daycare owners, they didn't, they took us through a whole process. They was like, we don't really know who you are, which is, kind of understandable because we're working with kids, they're working with kids, but they weren't as receptive. But when we went into the Senior Citizen Resource Center, she gave us something right away. She was like, what you doing? Who is this for? She, of course, asked us some questions, to kind of gauge who we were and what we were really trying to accomplish. But she eventually let us come in, and we organized the paper closet where all the filing paper and the photo paper went. Yep.
Okay, and I think I saw you guys were in a neighborhood cafe. You were in a number of different local businesses as well.
Yes, and the cafe was very supportive of what we were doing. Yeah, and they have custard in their cafe too, so they let us actually sample some, and they actually contributed to the social experiment that we did.
Isn't that wonderful? But I think that's like the gist of why we go out. We want to have that open and honest, upfront, personable relationship, be it with business owners, be it with just local residents, be it with just a stranger you're walking by on the street, right? We just kind of want that personable encounter no matter what we're doing. So I think that's the powerful piece about the social experiment. And just let me push pause and just say, if you wanted to call in live, you can talk with us while we're on the air. Dial 312-738-1060. Call us right now. I don't know, maybe you want to share what your inner strength would be right now. But call us, talk with us. If you want to contact Stay Lit Community Youth Services, we're at 773-797-2008. StayLitCYS@gmail.com. And we're located 459 West 79th Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60620 on the corner of 79th and Normal. So that brings me to you also, a component of what we did with Hansberry was a cleanup campaign.
Yes.
And we had 20 students from Hansberry College Prep to spend 4 days with us. And we did, of course, a series of different things over those 4 days. But you participated in the youth cleanup campaign, Jade. So what was that like for you?
That was different. It was actually my first time doing a cleanup campaign. So other than my grandmother telling me to make sure our house is clean and pick that bag of chips up, I never really went into the community and cleaned it. But being with the kids and, trying to really understand the process and really explaining it to them, it wasn't until we were done where I really captured, like, oh, we really did make a difference. Like, it looks so much better now,
Yes.
Even through their complaining, they really went to work and they did an awesome job. So it was a learning experience for me as well.
And, you mentioned about the impact and the powerful message behind that, because we did that particular project in conjunction with the 17th Ward, Alderman David Moore's office, and just realizing that the areas that we cleaned up were identified as problem areas, right? These were identified as areas that were neglected or overlooked and had a large amount of debris or trash and needed attention. And so these specific locations, again, were identified. So the work and the volume of work that we did to help clean up those areas, again, that message went a long way. So, you know, again, with it being your first time and realizing this was a place that was identified as needing, you know, additional love and beautification and, you know, a personal touch, it kind of makes it all the more better, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's not just, again, picking up a piece of paper by the local store that we pass, but this is an area that was identified as needing some TLC. So, yeah, it kind of changes that message a little bit, right?
And can I chime in and let them know the other component as well, Dr.
Yes.
Collins? So the next piece that we did was the junk mosaic. So we introduced the students to how you can create and recreate, reduce, reuse, and recycle, you know, along with collecting trash and cleaning up and beautifying the neighborhood. So we introduced that to the kids, but we end up making a vision board using bottle cap, recycled bottle caps. So that was our junk for this particular mosaic, but we were able to turn it into unity, turn it into reduce, reuse, recycle messages, beautiful, be for beautiful. So like it was really a beautifying experience, and the kids were able to capture that along with the beauty in the community in Auburn Gresham.
Yes, and we actually have those art pieces displayed in our office space because we just were captivated by the creativity that the students used to draft such wonderful depictions of what they felt community means. So they used, again, recyclable materials and created or crafted a junk mosaic, and we used it as an art piece, and they're really, really, really nice. So yes, that was the other piece that we wanted to share. You can actually be very creative with the trash, debris, the artifacts that, you know, you pick up, and teach the youth, you know, to reuse, recycle those pieces. So we certainly appreciated you, Jade, for crafting such a unique curriculum for that group. But there was also another piece that we did, the creative piece, which was the mural project, right? We had 40 kids. Of course, this was in partnership with One Summer Chicago and with Children's Home and Aid, but we had 40 young people come together and design and complete a mural in Ogden Park. And that actual mural unveiling was just this past Friday. And when I tell you the community came out and supported the young people, just celebrated them and appreciated and honored the fact that they contributed a piece of history into the community. So beautification projects, creative expressions are something that our young people really take pride in. And so, yes, we're humbled, we're grateful that we had that opportunity
To make history.
to make history.
It'll be there forever.
It will certainly be there because the importance is just that, you know, there's a message behind that imagery. And we made sure that the muralist designed or helped us to design it in a way where it can be added to every single year.
Right.
Right? So we made sure we had that conversation. We don't want this to be an end project, right? We want it to be able to come back year after year after year to contribute to this piece of artwork. So yep, that was a part of our initial conversation. And so I don't know, what would you tell a young adult about community engagement and giving back? You know, what would either of you say? What would be that message that now you've experienced beautification projects, you've experienced cleanup campaigns, you've experienced a mural project, you've experienced brand your business, giving back in a nursing home, and social experiments. So all of this community engagement coupled with giving back, what message would you tell a young adult?
give back. You have to go back to where you came from and help it, because it starts with you. It really does. Once someone else sees you take that initiative to make your community a better place, you're an example. You're leading the example to start the next generation after you, or someone even older than you. You never know who you're going to start inspire to do better. So I would say give back, get involved, find something that you like to do, because it helps you also find your passion. You know, do you really like helping people, or what can you change in your community? And it'll lead you to your true calling.
What would you say, Andre?
Yeah, I mean, just give back. Simple. Like, I mean, if you're still young, so you might as well, right? Just help you out with your community while you're still young, you know, because we know when you get older, you stop wanting to do things, as y'all know. So yeah, just pretty much just go on, help your community, give back, you know, help as much as you can, because yeah, people are struggling.
Yeah. Now, any specific projects come to mind? Specific organizations come to mind?
One project that we didn't talk about that I think that we should implement a little bit more is like how we went to the senior citizen home to help out the citizens. We actually had that experience with Hansberry, so I think we should do that again. So Hansberry actually helped seniors shop for food.
Oh, the food pantry.
Yeah, we should do more involving seniors. So
Yes.
we actually experienced that in 2 of our programs this summer. So I think we should cater a specific initiative project for seniors.
Yeah, the intergenerational connectedness is something that's dear to my heart. Yes, the food pantry project with Mount Hermon Missionary Baptist Church, their food pantry specifically, I think they said they fed over 700 individuals, and our young people were personal shoppers to the seniors that day, and it was just so adorable to see the generations come together. So that was something that was near and dear to my heart, and with Mount Hermon being right across the street from us, that's always something that we can chime in and help and support. So okay, wonderful. Listen, if you still wanted to call in live, we're only a few minutes before we're done here, but 312-738-1060 is our call-in live line. And please give us a call, or you can contact us at any point after we leave here. 773-797-2008. StayLitCYS@gmail.com is our Gmail or email address. We are located 459 West 79th Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60620. And that is on the corner of 79th and Normal. So listen, we appreciate Jade. We appreciate Andre coming out. We have just had a wonderful time this past summer, and we're just looking forward to doing some additional great things. I do want to say we will be at the Inglewood Parade April 17th. Come on out and walk with us in the parade. We just want to just celebrate the fact that we're doing some great things in our local community. Look for Stay Lit. Look for all of the other wonderful organizations that are a part of the community. Again, the Inglewood Parade, August 17th, which is a Saturday, will be stepping off at 10:30 a.m. Call us if you want to walk with us or just meet us there. Thank you all so very much. Please continue to tune in every second Monday right here on CAN TV at 6 p.m. Thank you so much. And as you know, let's join the Stay Lit movement.